Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this message. I'm Erica. I am a psychic medium and a high priestess. It's so nice to meet you. If you are new here, welcome. You guys know the title. You guys already know why you're here. This is a message for divine masculine, divine feminine, twin flame, or past life soulmate, divine counterparts. Okay. I do have a lot of twin flames on my that are guided and that are on my channel, and that will be continue to be guided on my channel, especially as new cycles of soulmates and twins activate here on earth. But anyways, a lot of you guys, you've been with me or you have been on these journeys, so that's why you're here right now. Okay. Welcome to GypsyCowgirlTarot. This is a Pillar of Light channel, all the things. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, all the things, tie your energy in, and you don't want to lose the channel. Okay, so let's get into the message. Sorry, guys. Just getting my gum, okay? If you are someone who is triggered by gum chewing, you probably want to click off now. Okay, look at that. Look at this. Oh my gosh, you guys. Not even 2 seconds into shuffling, and we have master number 22. This is like a twin, this is twin flame. This is twin flame card. But this also represents our inner yin and yang. You know, we all have it. Okay, we all have the yin and the yang, the masculine, feminine. We all have those different polarities. I just saw 144. Yeah, definitely a lot of twin flame energy with this message. Holy, whoa. This was on the bottom of the deck, the Temple Path. The Temple Path is, it's like your soul path. It's your destined path. You know? It's definitely not your karmic path. It's your divine holy path. Okay? That guides you back into your inner temple. All right. I don't know why this is so dark right now. It's so annoying. Hold on. My lighting is all the way up. Like, I don't know what is going on here. Hold on. I don't know if it looks dark on just my end or if it's dark on your guys' end too, but like, oh my God, it's like dark for me. Okay. Anyways, look what was, look at this. Master numbers 22 and 33. Yin and yang and the door to romance. Okay. I'm taking these. I'm just going to tune into the energy, and I'm just going to channel for a few minutes. So as I'm hearing ready, aim, fire. You know, and that's reminding me, now I'm hearing that song by Chris Stapleton, Fire Away, just fire away. You know, take your best shot, show me what you got. Honey, I ain't afraid, or whatever. And to me, that's very like, I don't know, it's just unconditional love. Like, fire away, take your best shot, you know. That's what divine union is, by the way. Like, divine union is where it's a balanced energy. So you guys help keep each other in alignment. You guys help keep each other balanced. You hold space for one another. So, you know, if the divine feminine says to the divine masculine, just fire away, you know, take your best shot. Show me what you got, because honey, I ain't afraid. She's saying that because she's so elevated and calibrated, and she is coming from such a place of unconditional love and unconditional strength and divine sovereignty. So she's like, what, are you going to reveal to me your deepest, darkest secrets? And you think I'm going to, you know, cast shame and judgment upon you? No, honey, fire away. Take your best shot. Take your best shot. Because I can handle what no one has ever been able to handle. I can hold you in ways that you've never been able to hold yourself. And that's what the feminine energy is. She's the way shower. She or he, but I'm just saying she. She's the way shower. She's like, I ain't afraid. Do you think that your wounds and your, shadow is going to scare me away? Do you think I'm going to project that back to you and onto you like every other person that you've been with and every experience in romance and love that you have experienced? No, honey, I am not that way. I am divine. I am strong. And I'm in my heart of hearts. I'm in inner union with myself. That's why the door to romance is like burst open. Like the doors are bursting open so fast that like the petals are just like it's like the petals got caught in the breeze or the wind of the doors being pulled open. Her love is flowing. Okay, but let me get to the download real quick. So specifically the download for this message, or like what I was getting or what I was picking up on was community. There's a lot of haters. There's a lot, like in the masculines community, like their close friends and family, maybe karmic partners, maybe the friends of the karmic, things like that. There is a lot of hatred and evil eye energy being sent towards the divine feminine right now. Like if your divine counterpart or your masculine, if they have been in a karmic third party, that's this. The karmic is super triggered. The masculine and the karmic are not on the same page at all. It's extremely broken, extremely played out. It's definitely the end of the road. You know what I mean? But there's like haters, gossipers, financial constraints. These people that are like this and the karmic, they're in an extremely low vibrational lack mentality and frequency. Okay? So we'll get back to that in a second. Okay? We'll just, cast this over to the side somewhere. Okay? But the message here, the download was that the divine feminine, because the divine feminine is the anchor. She is the way shower. She is the anchor. So if she's in lower vibration, if she's in lack, if she's in separation within herself, so is the masculine. Okay? When the feminine comes into inner union and the feminine is rising in vibration frequency, and you'll know you are because you've been going through shadow work. You've been going through these, lessons and karma. And you're seeing from much higher levels and perspectives. Your spiritual gifts are like popping off. Like you're in a completely different space than anyone else around you. Okay, like it's just, yeah. So you know when your vibration is high. You know when your vibration is high. And if you are having a hard time gauging like where you're at or where you're probably not in a super high vibration quite yet, because you know when you're vibing high. You know when you're vibrating high. It's literally like just how like if you're breathing or you're not breathing, like if you're in a high vibe or not in a high vibe. You know what I mean? Same thing with twin flame stuff. Like people always go, how do I know? I'm like, you freaking know. It's an inner compass. It's an inner knowing, There's no question about it. You don't need to go to a reader and ask them, oh, is this my twin flame? Readers shouldn't be doing that anyways. Readers should never, ever, ever be confirming yes or no about like that kind of stuff. I learned my lesson with that a long time ago. And I do not, to this day, I do not confirm that for people. I don't need to, because I can always pick up on the energies, and I pull what comes through, and like when I'm doing readings with clients one-on-one, you know, so I can always feel the vibration and the frequencies, and, you know, and I don't say yes or no, but I will read for them and I will lay things out in front of them clear as day so they can gauge their own, you know, opinion or whatever. But anyways, the Divine Feminine has just gone through such a huge level up. And for a lot of Divine Feminines tuning in right now, like you may feel it internally, but your 3D reality has yet to reflect it, which is fine. We don't care about the 3D reality right now. Like the 3D reality in front of us is like old energy. It's old manifestations, old thought vibrations, old wish fulfillments, whatever it is, right? So the empresses, the queens, the feminine, divine feminines, like they're focused on themselves. They're focused on, you know, building their careers. They're focused on, you know, getting healthy. They're focused on their body, their physique, you know, their healing work. They're focused on their creations, their passions, having fun, you know, basically just like living their best life, you know. But the feminines have gone through such a huge level up. Meaning, I'm hearing specifically over the last 6 months. So, yes, I know you guys, I know, okay? Oh, I've been going through my way. It's been hard for years. I know. I'm talking about the divine feminines that are ready for union, whether it be with this runner counterpart or someone else. Because do not be fooled. The universe is playing matchmaker right now, and the universe is bringing in soulmates. If the universe knows that this masculine is, you know, dragging their heels and they're stuck in low karmic loops and they're not going to break free anytime soon, okay, the feminine is magnetic AF, and that's the message. The divine feminines have just gone through a very difficult 6-month initiation and massive, I want to say dark night of the soul, and a really like dark purge. The feminines have been straight up in the void. The void is the space in between. Like when you go through death and when you go through breakups or you leave someone behind, basically like, I'm done with this. It's not serving me. I learned the lesson here. I'm going to go on my own journey, or whatever it is, right? Or a bad habit or an addiction or whatever it is. You're leaving a part of you behind, okay? And that's why we have the hermit mode energy, you know, when we go through like big ascensions or dark nights, because we need that space. We need that time to integrate and to calibrate and to, you know, adjust into the new version of who we are. But when you're in the void, you know, it's quite literally because you've just left things behind and there's that empty space. Even if it's just you leveling up from old versions of you, it leaves this void. It's an empty space for a certain amount of time. And a lot of the times that's where people get it wrong, because people will be in the void, which is beautiful. That's the womb. That's the space of no thing. That's like where you're being birthed, you're being transformed. You know, that's where patience is required, trust and faith is required, because it doesn't happen like this. You know, so people will, like, let's say they leave a karmic partnership or a marriage, right? They go into the void, right? That whole part of their life, all that space is open. And it feels uncomfortable. They don't know what to do with it. So sometimes they start, you know, they start going back into old behaviors or patterns. Sometimes they don't know what to do with it, and they feel like maybe they're regressing, or, oh, did I make the right choice? Did I make the right decision? They start backpedaling because it's not comfortable. It's uncomfortable when you're in the space of the void. But the void is where like the biggest transformation takes place. You just have to move through it. The only way out is through. You can't go around it. You know? So anyways, the divine feminines have been in the void for like at least 6 months. Okay, I'm talking like serious purging, healing, you know, all the things. Like on a huge level. The divine feminines are coming out of that cycle right now. into, because now the feminines are in the rebirth. They are the phoenix rising from the ashes. They are in the rebirth. They are the resurrection energy. And they're rising from the ashes that burned down from their past and from who they are. And like, that's the cycles and all the things. When we do that, when we go through the void, and when we enter the rebirth phase, and we're like, we've leveled up, that's when we have a glow up. And you guys, like the feminines who I'm talking to, that's exactly what has happened. People look at you right now and they're like, oh my gosh, he or she has changed so much. They just keep changing. Some people have an issue. They have an issue. They have a problem with that. It makes them uncomfortable because they're not changing. They're not doing anything. They're same shit, different day, every day in their life. And they probably will be for the rest of their life. You, my love, are not like that. And neither is this DM. Well, the DM I'm tuning into, okay? I can't say for certain if this is your DM or, you know what I mean? It's just the overall energy. It's collective. It's not a personal reading, right? So, you know, we got to take everything with a grain of salt, and we can't be delusional. You know what I mean? Like, we can't just be like, oh yeah, this is my person. This is my reading. This is my message right now, because your ego brain is like wanting that, right? You'll know if this is you. You'll know. But anyways, the divine feminine is leveled up. The feminine is extremely magnetic right now. Extremely magnetic, extremely attractive. Taurus season looks good on you, feminine. Taurus season agrees with you, divine feminine. Spring equinox agrees with you. It's brought back the life, new growth, new cycle, new energy, you know, new beginnings, prosperity. There's fertility where there was, you know, death. Now there's things growing again. Okay, right? It's everything is blossoming and blooming right now, including you, feminine, or whoever I'm talking to, divine feminines. You could be a masculine watching. A lot of the masculines are on this level too, and that's the point. But the feminine is extremely magnetic right now, and she is attracting in money, wealth, opportunities. She is attracting in lovers, true divine kingdom spouses, also runners, you know what I mean? But let's go back to the masculine, okay? Like, more than likely the one you started watching tarot for, or the one that's a runner quote, right? Wow, this is like really, really dark. Oh my gosh, hold on, guys. I'm wondering if I actually like close the blinds, if it would make it better. I don't know, it's just so dark. Whatever, I don't know. I can't control it. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, well, I'm going to wrap this up in a second anyways. The feminine is so extremely magnetic, and she holds like she holds like the core power of the connection. So when she's rising, the masculine will follow suit energetically. Like, they will start to rise too. If the feminine is in a state, like if the feminine has a lot of separation within, there's still a lot of separation wounds, then you'll still be in separation. And the masculine, it is not our job to fix anyone. That's not the point. That's not what this is about. It's about your inner union, your Hyros Gamos union, you know, feeling your heart and having your heart open to the door to romance for anyone who's in alignment with you. You know, a true divine feminine who's ready, like who I'm talking about right now, you're not clinging to this masculine. You may love them, and they could be a twin flame. Like, it's, you know, the love of twin flame, there's no words for it in human existence. So it's just, you know, you'll always have that bond, but you're not waiting on this person. You send them love, you send them prayers, you pray for them to heal and to be happy and to break free of karmic loops and partnerships and things like that. But your life is not on hold for this person, right? This masculine, like, I keep getting in the next 72 out, like in the next 3 days. But I'm very strongly like this week. This last week or whatever, I get, like, it's not even last week of April. Like, there's a few, 3-4 days left of April, and then we go into May. But this week, we'll say the next like 5 to 7 days. but very strongly I feel in the next like 3 to 5 days that there could be something that happens here in the 3D realm. But anyways, the divine feminine went through a dark night of the soul. The divine feminine purged a lot, and healed a lot. And the divine feminine is now in this really big, powerful level and vibrating at this really high frequency. And trust me, your 3D reality, like at any given moment, is going to start, things are going to start coming in or reflecting that high vibration and that high, like, it's fertility and prosperity. It's very abundant energy, Empress energy. Everything will start like aligning with that. Okay. Just mark my words. Trust me. If this is for you, you will see it. Like attracts like, as within, so without. But anyways, because the feminine is so magnetic, the masculine is really like feeling her. Really feeling her, like feeling like because they've been rising too. They've been rising too. They've been doing a lot of inner work. They've changed a lot too. And you know how I just said a minute ago, like people look at the feminine and like, oh, she changed. People in the masculine's community who are, you know, they're empty inside, meaning like they're not connected to their soul consciousness. They're literally just like they're asleep. They're asleep. Okay, they're karmic. Karmic friends, karmic family members, karmic partners, friends of karmic partners. Okay, I'm telling you right now, you guys, like you guys know me if you've been with me, like everything I say and see is always for a reason, and I'm never wrong. I am never wrong about this stuff. I'm always right on the money. I'm so spot on that like how spot on I am, it's super triggering for a lot of people. You know, who maybe I'm talking about or who are on these frequencies. Like, trust me, I've seen it all. So anyways, divine masculines, I think, have been hurting, like, financially. Their money has been hit. I just talked about that in another reading. So they're trying to, like, heal their finances right now. They're trying to, like, do things in the right way that they feel within is right. Because I think they put 2 and 2 together. They see it. They get it. Like, everything's falling apart in my life and my money's gone to shit and my, you know, work is slow, or I got laid off, or I lost my job, or my company's not doing good, or whatever the case is. They realize that it's karma. It's tied to the karmics and their karmic choices and their patterns. So they're realizing if I change this, if I change this, if I do this, which is what they really want anyways, that this will stop. Because the universe will always hit our money. It hits our finances. It hits like where we're the most codependent. Masculine energy is very codependent on the material realm and on, you know, financial money, like resources, like the material resources, money, working, career. So when masculine needs to ascend or align or leave some shit behind, the universe will literally put a hold on their money and their abundance. And it'll bring in tower moments where it'll make things happen. It'll make their cars break down. It'll cause issues within their partner, you know, karmic partnerships. The universe is sneaky, and the universe will make things be uncovered or revealed that will cause fights. Like if the divine masculine lied to the karmic about something, then that truth will come to the surface in one way or the next. You know what I mean? The universe does that. Okay? Like if you're being deceptive, if you're not being honest, if you're, you know, in cycles that you're meant to ascend from, the universe will hit you every single which way until you learn, until you ascend. You have your free will, but it makes it almost damn near impossible. So anyways, this is a lot of hateful, evil eye energy sent towards the feminine. Why? Because the feminine is glowing. Why? Because the feminine is everything that these energies are not. The feminine is just loving herself. And she's independent. And she's you know, takes care of herself and she looks good and she smells good and she's intelligent and she's independent and she's stable and she's built a strong, abundant foundation in life. You know what I mean? She's like the triple threat. You know what I mean? The quadruple threat or whatever you want to say, but like these other energies, like they're haters. They're straight up haters. And there are people around some of these masculines that are trying to, you know, convince them to stay with the karmic, or they're guilt tripping the masculine, or the karmic is being very manipulative, because karmics are very triggered right now. If your person is in a third party and the karmic knows of you, knows about you, or has caught wind of you, or somehow discovered you and like stalks you on Facebook or Instagram or something, okay, like they watch you like crazy. These karmics are crazy. They are in a karmic psychosis, if you will. And the masculines know that. But the masculines are done tiptoeing around these like emotional, like, you know, landmines. Okay, because that's what happens. The masculine shows, you know, truth or speaks truth or expresses truth. It's like stepping on landmines, okay? The karmics are explosive. It creates explosive arguments. Very toxic. Very just, you know what I mean? Very low vibe. But anyways, the masculines are done being in these energies, okay? They're taking their power back, okay? Yeah, they're taking their power back, okay? But like, it's just funny because like the karmic hates the feminine. Oh, the karmic blames the feminine. The karmic blames the feminine for the masculine leaving them behind. They blame the feminine. If it weren't for her, if it weren't for him, you know, I feel like these karmics, they bring the, you know, they bring the feminine up a lot. There's been a lot of arguments over the divine feminine for some. And what pisses the karmic off even more is that the masculine has the feminine's back 1,000-fold. The masculine protects the divine feminine. The masculine shields her or him and protects her or him and steps into that warrior archetype and role as the emperor if anyone tries to, you know what I mean? Okay. So anyways, so that's like, exactly, look, the world card. See, the world. Your whole world is changing, divine feminine. Either way, whether this masculine comes forward or not or whatever, your whole world is shifted. And because of your inner union, you're more, you know, you're more calibrated and like you have leveled up in a big way. The masculine is rising to the occasion. They can feel it, obviously, on an energetic level because of your connection. You know, does that guarantee that they're going to like come forward and you guys are going to be together forever? No, absolutely not. But I'm telling you right now that this masculine, for a lot of you guys, that is literally like all that they want. It's all that they want. But the world is completion. It's completion. So feminine, you have completed this huge cycle. You are in a really beautiful inner union. Even though things still outside of you might still be a little chaotic, it's integrating. As above, so below. It takes some time. It takes some time. But you're in your heart. You're in a place of absolute trust and surrender. Like, you're not worried. You're not like, I'm telling you right now, don't put your life on hold for just one person. Don't just sit idly by for one person. That is really, really risky business when it comes to manifestation and union. Okay, because, you know, you both have free will. But I do feel for a lot of, let me actually pull them up. Can you tell me what I'm picking up on? Something happening in the next 3 days, 3 to 5 days, I'll say. Cornucopia, there it is. Yeah, look at that. Happy family. There's some kind of really great like reward, wish fulfillment, abundant. I mean, this could also come in the form of like money or an opportunity that comes up in the next couple days or tomorrow or, you know, within the week. Okay. But like you guys are going to start seeing stuff, you know, the light is shining down. This is fruits of our labor. And then happy family. Something that brings happy changes, happy new beginnings. The cornucopia. So whatever your cornucopia is and whatever your happily ever after is, like, that's the vibe. Like, stuff can start happening literally any second, tomorrow. I'm specifically hearing in the next 3 days. So sometime maybe this week or this weekend, we'll say. I don't know. It's big though. It's big. I'm telling you. Ay, ay, ay. You guys have been going through it. I mean, the feminines, like, wow. You know, your whole world is changing, my loves. The door to romance is opening. All right. You're just so magnetic. You're so magnetic. It's driving the masculine crazy. Like the sexual energy and the like kundalini and the attraction, the soul attraction. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is next level. It is next level. If you guys had sex, like if you guys had like sexual union with your divine, with this divine counterpart, especially if it's like a twin, if it's a twin soul, this person is thinking of that stuff like nonstop. And it's not because they're like, you know, pervy and they're like, they're thinking of it because that's like, it's home. It feels like home. It's where they're the happiest. It's where they feel the most like themselves. They've never felt that connection with anyone else before. They still have never felt that connection with anyone to this day. Like, it's all about the femme. So I don't know. We shall see. So anyways, guys, so I'm going to grab just like a couple like messages. We'll see like anything that the masculine wants to say. But this is what I've got at this very moment. Okay. For you guys. If you want to connect with me one-on-one, all of my reading services and healing services, etc., are in the description box. Also, you guys, I have been sharing for the last few days, and I just posted on the community page that we are doing what is this, like our 15th quantum healing workshop. But we are going to astral travel to Lemuria this Sunday, May 4th, over Zoom. You guys know, if you've been with me on my other workshops, I do have a lot of regulars now. Like people, like if they hear I'm doing a workshop, they're like, I'm there. Here, take all my money. It's only $44 for the ticket, but like these are such a profound and cool and incredible experience. And I'm excited because this one is, we're going to Lemuria, and we've never worked one-on-one with the Lemurians or gone to Lemuria in the workshops. And not only that, but when we go to Lemuria, the very first place that we're going to be traveling to is a rose quartz temple, a Venusian temple. So the Venus star beings, okay, you could be a Venusian star seed, or you resonate with that. You can connect with Goddess Hathor, like Aphrodite, Lady Venus, like, okay, that's all Venusian. So we're going to be traveling to that temple where we're going to be receiving some big activations, calibrations, all the things. And then we're going to, working with Hathor, an Emerald Order of Ascended Masters, as well as the Venusians. And then we will leave the temple and we will be astral traveling just out into the lands of Lemuria in the city of Telos. But anyways, you guys, if you want to like read more about it, I pinned everything in, or I added it to the description box so you could read more about it and then how to purchase your ticket. Just send your $44 over, and all of the payment options are in the description box as well. But then email me. It's important that you email me. Then email me with subject title Lemuria, and I will add you to the to our list for the workshop this Sunday. It is recorded over Zoom. So since it's on a quantum level and this is a quantum experience, anytime you tune in, you're there with us in real time. And then also, because you have the recording, everyone's going to get the recording. You can tune in again at another time and go through the experience again. And I promise you, every single time you do, with any of my workshops, you will have a different experience. You will, it's so wild, it's crazy. But the healings, the testimonies, the the activations, like people who are like, I've never seen my spirit guides before, or I've never been visual before, like they see things, like, and we're gonna be connecting one-on-one with the Lemurians. So anyways, in the description box, and also pinned in the comments, yes, I have a lot of announcements, because guess what, you guys? My expansion mansion is here. Okay? Okay? Divine Feminine, let me be a mirror and a reflection to you. Even though I know a lot of you guys have your own stuff going on and you're doing all the things too, and I'm so proud of you. But anyways, I'm doing my first spiritual retreat ever in southern France this September, the 20th to the 27th. This is a Sacred Magdalene Codes retreat, and I am co-hosting with two beautiful souls who are divine union counterparts, Stellar and John, and they've been doing these sacred retreats all over the world for over 10 years, and Stellar's been doing this work for like over 25 years. Like, it's just like so crazy, all the things. Just such a blessing and a privilege to work with them, because I'm telling you, like, their teachings and the stuff that they're sharing with us and everything, like, there's nothing like it out there, I promise you. And I'm not diminishing anyone else's work. I just know the truth and the facts. Anyways, if your intuition is kind of going off and you're like, you know what, I'd like to hear a little bit more about this, go in the pinned comments, click on the video, the YouTube link, and watch the video, and then reach out to me and we'll get you going or whatever. We have a few spaces available for the retreat, and payment plans are available. And Stellar and John, they are really, really, really flexible, and they want to make everyone very comfortable. So just an FYI, okay? It's not like a 3 or 4 month payment plan either, okay? Like, some people, it's an 8-month plan, some people a 1-year plan. Like, okay, they're really, really flexible, because they know that the souls that are meant to be there, they want them to be there, right? So anyways, you guys, lot going on. Little gypsy cowgirl is growing up. I'm starting my second channel finally, now that the eclipses and Mercury retrograde and all that crazy shit is over. I'm going to be starting my second channel in the month of May. I'm already working with a website designer and a graphic, he does graphic design, AI art. He's a very beautiful, awoken divine masculine, and that's what he does for work. But he's going to be doing my website, you guys. He's going to help me with graphics for my new channel, and I'm going to have him do some stuff for Gypsy Cowgirl. It's time for a little bit of a revamp. But anyways, so hopefully in the next like maybe 3 weeks or so, my website will be up and running. So that takes email for me and bookings out of the equation, which is a godsend, because I'm just getting too big and too expansive. Like, I'm not saying this to sound arrogant. You guys know me. I'm very humble. Too humble, actually. But it's just too much for me to manage at this point, being on top of emails and doing all the other things that I'm doing, you know what I mean? So the website is perfect, because people can go directly to my website. They can pick what services they want to book with me. They can pull up my calendar. They can pick their perfect time, book their spot, send their payment, and the booking is done and complete, okay? This is a godsend. I'm just so excited. Okay, here we go. All right, masculine. Oh my gosh, you guys, what did I say? I said within the next 3 days. I keep hearing 72 hours, 72 hours, 72 hours. But it could be different for everyone. Everyone's on different timelines. For some of you guys, this is happening for you, but maybe it's happening for you a month or 2 from now, okay? So again, grain of salt, take it with a grain of salt. But look, you will hear from me very soon. I am handling things on my side. Yeah, they are. They're laying the smack down with these freaking dark energies and karmics, and they're healing their money and their finances. You know what I mean? Like, for some of them, they, maybe they have karmic partners that are codependent on them financially. That always makes things more difficult, when there's all that kind of stuff involved. But it makes it more difficult. It doesn't make it impossible, okay? Like, I would say like 85% of my clients over the last like year and a half A lot of them are freshly divorced, or they just left a karmic relationship, or whatever it is. A lot of them have been, you know, married, children, mortgages, insurance, you know, all the things together. Like, again, it makes it more difficult, but not impossible. And people, they're awakening and they're going, what the fuck am I been doing? I'm unhappy. I don't want to waste the rest of my life like this. Life is short, you know? You have no idea how much you have helped me. Not too much longer. See? What did I say? Divine feminine energies. Look. You're the way shower. Like, you have no idea. Or maybe you do. I want a new beginning with you. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I just saw no contact. So I think for a lot of you guys, there's been no contact. For a lot of you guys, there's been no contact for at least over a year or more. Okay. I'm seeing like 2-3 years. For a lot of you guys, like 2-3 years. Let's get one more, please. Spirit says yes, this one. I needed clarity about what this is. I actually had a reading done, but my gut was right. You're my twin flame. Wow. Okay, so when I created like this deck, this is like one of my message decks. This masculine could just be watching like YouTube readings. Like they were guided to YouTube, or, you know, they're watching readings, or they did literally go get a reading done. Okay. If you are a tarot reader or you have a platform, your person watches you. They watch you like religiously, and they've been learning from you through your content and through how, you know, whatever you're sharing or channeling. Okay. But yeah, they got a reading done. They got some kind of confirmation, or a reading popped up on YouTube that confirmed things for them, or maybe you did a reading, you know, that really confirmed things. I don't know, but this is what I've got. I love you guys so much. Thank you again, my loves. Suya. Woosa. We made it through, you guys. We made it through. And what do I mean by that? We made it through the year of the dragon, 2024. And we made it through the first quarter of 2025. Leading up to the eclipse portal. That's literally like, that was like the end of the line. And now we've crossed that finish line, and we are the victor, and we are in this new beginning era. Okay? I love you. Have a beautiful day.